Okay, so here it is, the big green egg, folks. We got it out here. We got our chicken wings ready to go. And the way you fuel these babies is with charcoal. And of course, they've got their own big green egg charcoal, but you can buy any kind of that good lump charcoal, and that's what you use, natural charcoal, no preservatives and all that kind of stuff, no chemicals. So what you do is when you go inside here, you go underneath this plate, and a little bit earlier, we just threw that little white plug in there. That's sort of a lighter. It lights the charcoal without putting gasoline or anything in it, and you get a really natural fire. And then you cover it with this reflector plate. This reflector plate keeps the fire off the chicken wings or off the food. But if you wanted to sear steaks in the big green egg, you take that plate out and just put this grill right over the coals, and you get this thing up to 800 degrees or something. But for these chicken wings, we're going to cook these at 400 in the big green egg, and they're frozen. They're sort of big ones. You see that? I told you about that already. But because they're frozen, the outside is going to get really crispy as the inside cooks too. So let's go ahead and put them on the egg. Put them in there about an inch apart. Pretty big chicken wings, huh? And they are going to be delicious. So this just has the dry rub on it. A little bit later, we're going to put some sauce on some. We're going to show you how to make a dip. I'm going to get Natalie to help me do that. So that'll be good. So you put those on there, 400 degrees. Now, if it goes above 400 degrees out on your grill, that's cool. You just got to check them once in a while. If things stick on your grill, you might want to put a little bit of spread on there, a little bit of that Pam oil or something like that. But this has been pretty good. This big green egg is a wonderful thing. And you know, we do a lot of stories over there at Litehouse Pools and Spas. And I gotta tell you, the big green egg really sort of like won my heart over. So we got these babies in here. And the cool thing about this is, once you get them in, you close it. So that's 30 minutes at 400, right? So here, let's look at the big green egg thermometer. Because I had the lid open, it went all the way down to 250. But what it's going to do now is it's going to shoot up to 400. And when it gets to 400, we're going to adjust all the heat with these vents up here. So right now I got a lot of air going through there, a lot of oxygen. It's hot. And the air down here comes in the bottom. So you got air coming in the bottom. It circulates up through the coals and through here, and that's how fast the coals are going to burn. So I guess the real old time days, they used to call these Komodo ovens, but Big Green Egg sort of put this together and turned it into their own business. And it's really thick, as you saw. It's like a pottery. So we've got 400 degrees in there right now. It's perfect. So I'm going to cut down a little bit of the oxygen. 400 degrees. You see, you can touch it here even. It's really terrific. And you got these different little tools. So if you get a little afraid of touching it, it's no problem at all. And it's funny, when I got this over at Litehouse Pools and Spas, they said, well, can you give me some instructions? Do instructions come with this? I said, nope, there's no instructions. This is one of those things you use a lot of experience for. You get the fire going, and then you just sort of mess around with it to work. And just the other day, I made ribs on this thing, and I got that big fire going, and I backed it all the way down to 250 degrees. I put the ribs in there, dry rub like the chicken wings, 250 degrees for 5 hours, and it just stayed at 250 degrees. It's unbelievable. I took the ribs out, they were perfect, closed it down, and the charcoal that was not burnt was left over to use another day. So we're gonna let this baby go right now, and we're gonna turn them over in just 30 minutes. Okay, the trusty temperature gauge, 400 degrees. The green egg acted perfectly, and the secret is do not open it until it's time to open it. And there you go. So that's what's happening with the wings right now. So let's turn them over. We got another 30 minutes to go. And see, they get the crispy on both sides, even though we didn't turn them over yet, and that's because that heat crashing off the dome of the green egg gives an opportunity to really get crisp. So I think you're going to like these babies. Now for the big unveiling here, and of course I'm wearing a hot glove because that air in there is over 400 degrees, so when it comes out and hits my hand, I don't want to burn my hand a little bit, but there you go. So if you want them a little darker, you could turn them a couple times, but I tell you what, I think they look pretty good to me. And so we're going to pull them off and get them ready for saucing. So Natalie's in there adding up some ingredients, getting them ready to go. We're going to make half of them hot. We're going to make some creamy blue cheese, homemade. Chop up some celery sticks. And we're going to celebrate the 50th anniversary of chicken wings, buffalo chicken wings, right after the break. Looking good, huh?